Okay, in this video I'd like to talk a bit about task response, and I'm going to be looking at an essay I've just corrected and just explaining a couple of the things that I don't like about the task response for this particular essay. Now, I've given it a 7 for task response, so let's just see what that involves. So, addresses all parts of the task. The candidate does do that. Presents a clear position throughout the response. This is done well also. It's really this part here. Presents, extends and supports main ideas, but there may be a tendency to overgeneralize. So overgeneralizing is kind of where you exaggerate. Something like every teenager has an iPod, or actually it's not an iPod now. Every teenager has an iPhone. Well, they don't. Many do, but not all. Or supporting ideas may lack focus, and there's just a little bit of a lack of focus on all words in the question, and this is what I want to point out in this video. So let's just take a look then at the question. Always important to see the question first. So this is taken from the latest book of Cambridge past test papers, Cambridge Book 10. So this is quite a recent question that's been in an actual exam, and if you've been spending ages trying to pass the test, you might have even seen it. Okay, so let's see what it is. Countries are becoming more and more similar because people are able to buy the same product anywhere in the world. Do you think this is a positive or negative development? Okay, the candidate chooses to talk about it being a negative development, and note that the key part of the topic is really here. Countries are becoming more and more similar. So he's going to, and then this is the reason, because people are able to buy the same products anywhere in the world. The candidate's going to argue that this is negative. It's negative that countries are becoming more similar, with the reason that they're able to buy the same products anywhere in the world. The introduction's up here. Let's look at the first body paragraph. And I'm just going to look at this paragraph and go into some detail about why I think this paragraph's not ideal. Okay, there's some other paragraphs that are done really well, but this paragraph in particular I didn't like, and this is why I've given a 7 for task response. Would I make it all the way down to a 6? No, because there's some other parts of the essay that are positive, or that I like, that I think are really well focused in terms of task response. Okay, so let's have a look at the topic sentence, and here's the key idea: loss of cultural identity. So the main reason why I think this is a negative development is the loss of cultural identity. Good, excellent main point. Really like this main point. It's an excellent point to make, that it's negative. Countries are becoming similar because we're losing cultural identity and maybe cultural diversity. Okay, then the presence of Western products. Okay, this is not ideal because it says products, same products anywhere in the world. So we're not only talking about Western products having an influence on people. It's countries from all. It's products from all countries. So I give some sort of explanation of this down here. This is not great because you're assuming that people are in non-Western countries, and then I should probably start a new sentence here. What about the people in Western countries that are being influenced by Eastern products? Question mark. Should be a question mark here. So, yeah, we often think about the Western products, the McDonald's, the Starbucks, the iPhones. But what about, it's not only the Western products. In Australia, I can see lots of Eastern products. I can go out downtown and I can see lots of restaurants from China, India, Thailand, and so on. So we're also seeing this in Western countries, that we've got products and services from Eastern countries, and not only Eastern countries, from say South America, from all over the world. So I just don't like this Western products here, and I think this is sort of getting into the overgeneralization, or perhaps lack of precision on the topic. So this is point 1, and then point 2 has more influence on young generations. So this is really sort of the crack 2, if you like. in the task response. And remember, these are not hugely serious problems. I'm saying this is a 7. I just don't feel it's an 8. Okay, so young generations, but up here we've got people. Okay, so why is it only young generations? I'm not young generations, I'm not young people, but I'm influenced by products from other countries as well. I can go and have a nice Indian meal or Chinese meal, Thai meal, and so I can experience these other countries and their cuisine without having to leave Australia. Although I do still like to visit other countries. So this is sort of crack to young generations, but it's really just about people, so why only talk about young generations? Okay, and then the third part really is this. So the Western products have, the presence of Western products should be have more influence. The products have on young generations than their locally manufactured things. This is not really mentioned in the topic either. It just says these products are available, people can buy them, but it doesn't say they're more popular than the local products. So then this is another area of issue, a third crack perhaps in the task response. Just minor issues with the development. And you see it here also, which makes them favour the imported products. It's not mentioned up here. And this is a result of globalisation. So here we've got a cause. And then I suppose the other sort of factor is we've got this excellent point up here about loss of cultural identity. Really like it. In the end, this is the whole paragraph. I just don't feel that this particular point has been developed well enough. I would like to see one more sentence just saying something else about this key point to really feel that this is a level 8 writer. So anyway, that's essentially it. If you want to see a better paragraph, this one I like much better. The second reason is the negative effect on tourism. Tourists usually visit other places to see the dissimilarities between these places and their countries. So this is an excellent reason. And note how it's talking about tourism in general. It's not focusing just on the Western countries or the young people. This trend can make people less motivated to visit other countries, as there will not be much difference between these countries and their own countries, which also has a bad effect on the income of the visited nations. So I like this paragraph. This is more like a level 8 paragraph. This one's great. This is fantastic, excellent. This other paragraph, I like the main idea. I don't feel the development is ideal. And then this is the reason why overall the writer gets a 7 for task response and not an 8. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see some of the other corrections I made, you can have a look on my website. I'll put a link to that. And as I said with other videos, you can learn a lot just by reading other people's essays and seeing some of the mistakes they made, and that can help you to avoid making those same errors in your own writing.